Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are tackling something that is notoriously frustrating, the absolute bane of English learners everywhere. I'm talking about prepositions. Look, if you've ever paused mid-sentence and thought, wait, am I arriving in a specific time or at a specific time? Hey, don't sweat it. Even native speakers mess this up before they've had their morning coffee. You are in exactly the right place.
Right, so officially, a preposition is just a word that links a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to another part of the sentence to show direction, location, or time. Sounds simple enough on paper, right? But here is the dirty little secret that every language learner eventually discovers. There is literally no single, magical formula for picking the right one. It's kind of maddening. So instead of just guessing, we have to train our brains to spot their specific patterns when we read and listen.
Here's our agenda for today. First, the preposition problem. Then, we'll build out our categorical decoder ring by mastering on, at, and in. And finally, a rapid-fire pop quiz. Let's conquer these one step at a time. Section 1. The preposition problem and why they are so tricky.
Let's just look at the difference between in an hour and at 12 p.m. Both of these deal with time, right? But we treat them completely differently. Why? Well, an hour is an unspecific duration, while 12 p.m. is an exact, pinpointed moment on a clock. It is so ridiculously easy to mix these up because the difference is incredibly subtle. And that is exactly why we need a structured approach to categorize them in our minds.
Moving to Section 2, Mastering On, Surfaces, Dates, and Devices.
To make this easier and reduce cognitive load, we can chunk the word on into 5 clear buckets. You use it when talking about surfaces, specific days and dates, devices or machines, parts of the human body, and finally, the state of something. Honestly, just memorizing these 5 categories eliminates a massive amount of the guesswork.
Think about how these play out in real life. You might put an egg on the kitchen table, or remember that the trash comes on Wednesdays. Maybe you were even born on the 14th of June. It applies to machines, like working on the computer, or body parts, like a ring on your finger. And it even applies to states of being, like everything in the store being on sale, or man, a building on fire.
All right, Section 3, Mastering at, Specifics and Activities.
So at is the tool we grab when we want to be highly specific. Here are its 4 main use cases. We use it to point out a specific time, a specific place, an email address, or an activity. Whenever you think of at, I want you to literally picture a laser pointer targeting one exact spot.
That laser pointer concept, it is incredibly literal. You meet someone at exactly 12 p.m. or at the park. You direct emails at a specific address, literally using the @ symbol, and you even direct actions at specific things, like they laughed at my acting, or she is really good at drawing a portrait. It is all about pinpoint accuracy.
Now for Section 4, Mastering in, the Broad and the Abstract.
Okay, so if at was our laser pointer, in is a wide-angle lens. Notice just how expansive these concepts are. We use in for unspecific times during a day, a month, a season, or a year. We use it for locations or places, usually larger ones that you're enclosed by. We also use it to indicate shapes, colors, or sizes, to express while doing something, and fascinatingly, to indicate deep concepts like beliefs, opinions, interests, or feelings.
The range here spans completely from physical enclosures to totally abstract thoughts. You might read in the morning while staying in a hotel in California. Visually, a painting might be mostly in blue, or students might stand in a circle. It even wraps around those deep concepts we mentioned. You prepare in advance, and you believe in the next life. In just wraps completely around these broad ideas.
Section 5, the pop quiz. It's time to test your knowledge.
Let's see if we can apply this newly acquired decoder ring. I'll give you a fill-in-the-blank sentence, and you guess which of the big 3 fits best. Ready? Question 1. I want to lose 5 kilogram blank 1 month. So, is 1 month a specific clock time, a surface, or an unspecific chunk of time?
It's in. I want to lose 5 kilograms in 1 month. We use in because a month is an unspecific duration of time. Awesome job if you caught that one. Let's try another. Could you get me these pants blank a larger size? Think back to our wide-angle lens for a second. Which preposition governs shapes, colors, and sizes? It's in again. Could you get me these pants in a larger size? Remember, just like a painting is in blue or students stand in a circle, clothing always comes in different sizes. All right, question 3. I will come to pick you up blank 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, we are dealing with time again, but look really closely at the type of time here. What was our laser pointer preposition? Boom, the answer is AT. I will come to pick you up at 2 p.m. tomorrow. At is absolutely the ultimate tool for those exact, pinpointed clock times.
Last question, let's bring it home. This class will be held blank Mondays. We know it's a day of the week. Which preposition bucket do recurring days and calendar dates fall into?
It is on. This class will be held on Mondays. Just like the garbage truck comes on Wednesdays. Specific days and dates always, and I mean always, get an on.
And just like that, our decoder ring is completely assembled. We have successfully categorized on, at, and in. Look at how much clearer these tiny words become once you group them logically by surface, specific time, or broad location, rather than just crossing your fingers and guessing blindly. You now have a framework to recognize their usage every single time you read or listen. We learned today that the word in is used for beliefs, right? Like believing in the next life. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Now that you've mastered this fundamental piece of grammar, what else do you believe in achieving? Look, the English language is complex, sure, but with the right structure, you can conquer the whole shebang. Keep listening, keep learning, and I will see you in the next explainer.